Hello guys, today I'm going to show you difference between these two lenses. One is a 300mm 2.8 image stabilized, this is a 300mm f4, so difference is 2.8 f4, otherwise it's the same length. I want to show you the difference between sharpness and what's the difference between bokeh when you purchase f4 lens and when you purchase the same lens but f2.8. Because people are interested in it, so I want to show them. I would say straight away the sharpness is same, there's no any difference in the sharpness. I was using this lens on a f2.8 and this lens on a f4. I'm not paying so much money just to see the results on some nonsense aperture. I'm always interested in pictures, how the lens are performing on a wide open aperture. That's why we paid so much money for them. That's what we want to see. This one is quite light and small, as you see. This one is quite heavy and bulky, as you see as well, but it's quite alright for me to handhold it. So yeah, just let's have a look at it. Yes, cool, innit? So this is my first real sample image. This image is taken with a 300mm 2.8 and this one is 300mm f4. They're not matching exactly because I was not using tripod, but let's say they are pretty similar. So as you can see, f4, 2.8. So the bokeh, f4, 2.8. So this is more blurry. It's lovely actually. Now let's see the sharpness here. So this is 100%. f2.8, f4, 2.8, f4. Let's go closer. 400%. 2.8, f4, 2.8, f4. I think it's pretty similar. So one more time. So f2.8 has a more creamy background, which is amazing. Yes, now we're gonna have a look on another picture. This one is another image from real life sample. This is 300mm 2.8 and this one is f4, 2.8, f4. Again, this one is more creamy. There's a very interesting detail here. This little fly from 2.8 lens here, f4, 2.8. I will show another picture now. So this one is another picture. This is 2.8, f4, 2.8, f4. You can see the tree is a little bit more blurry, but it's not a big difference. Now let's see the sharpness. This is 2.8, f4, 2.8, f4. I think it's the same. I can't see any difference there. I'm very happy with that. So okay, I'm gonna show you another picture. This one is another one, 2.8, f4. You can see a little difference in this background here. 2.8, f4. Now let's see the sharpness of this 2.8, f4. It's exactly the same sharpness, it's identical. f4. Now let's see another picture. This one is another one, 2.8, f4. The angle is a bit different. I didn't use tripod. You can see the difference anyway. This is more blurry, more creamy, more lovely. I'm gonna show you another picture. This one is another one, 2.8 f4, 2.8 f4. I'm sorry guys, I live by the road, so I have lovely noises here as well, like motorbikes and cars and anything else. So you can see the blurry background and the difference. So 2.8 f4, 2.8 f4. Again, it's lovely. I like this one. It's more creamy. This picture is actually just about the sharpness, it's not about the bokeh, because there is no bokeh at all. So I'll show the full resolution file. This one is 2.8 and this one is f4. 2.8 f4. Different parts of the photo. 2.8 f4. Again, the 300mm f4 non-image stabilize performs excellent. I think in some cases the 300mm 2.8 image stabilize is a bit sharper, but that's really just a little bit, so I wouldn't be worried about it. The sharpness is absolutely excellent with the both lenses. The other thing I can see here, and I see it actually quite often, the 300mm f4 non-image stabilized, because it's an older lens and it came on the market in 1991. It has a bit of problem with the aberration, as you can see in these kind of parts like here. So 300mm 2.8 is well controlled and the 300mm f4 is not. So you can see some kind of like a greenish, purplish, actually it's more greenish. It's also around the leaves here, and it's here, for example. It's like kind of like it's not, this little part is not so contrasty, and here it's nice and sharp. There's nothing green around. So, but otherwise sharpness is great. It's all amazing, as you can see. So actually in this picture 300mm 2.8 shows a bit sharper results, but it's just a very little bit. So you see it's excellent. This is 100%. Now the edge is a little bit. f4 2.8, f4 2.8, f4 2.8. Okay guys, so this was the little test of these two lenses, and I wanted to show you what's the difference between f2.8 lens and f4 lens. There is also like a 2000 pounds difference. Sharpness is very nice on the both. In some cases 2.8 lens is a bit more sharper and the aberration is well controlled, while the aberration on the f4 lens is not very well controlled, because it came on the market in 1991, so it's quite old-fashioned, but it's still great in a sharpness. It has a great sharpness. So I have also some different lenses to test. Stay tuned and just let me know your opinion if you like these videos, because in these videos you can see the real life samples, sharpness in 100%, and also the weaknesses of the lenses. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.